Now, here's how to know the true price of your home. When it comes to repairs, the things that are gonna add the most value are, there is a strategy that I've actually used before, is pricing your property below market value. Here are websites and places you can market the property. Hey everybody, in this video, I'm gonna show you how to sell your house by owner. I'm gonna give you a step-by-step guide on how to get the most for your property. I'm gonna answer the most common questions, such as should you go with a realtor, how to know what price to price your home, if you should do repairs, if so, what repairs are you gonna do, what should you do first, what can you do if you have money, what can you do if you don't have money. Let's get started. My name is Vince and I am the CEO of OT Investment Group. We're a Dallas local trusted investment company that specializes in giving homeowners cash offers. First thing that you want to do when you're selling your house is prepare it for sale. The best way to prepare for sale, depending on your budget, is to simply clean up the property. The better it presents, the better offers you're gonna get. Okay, it's like the equivalent of doing business with somebody. If they look disheveled, you might be hesitant to do business with them, even if they're a good seasoned businessman. Or the equivalent of when a homeless person waves you down at the gas station and you might ignore them because of how they look. You might think all they want is money, but maybe they're trying to tell you, hey, don't go that direction, it's dangerous, or there's traffic, whatever the case. They're just simply trying to give you advice. Okay, presentation matters. Another thing you could do in regards to presentation is fixing up the property. So when it comes to fixing up the property, my thoughts are, if you're going to repair the house, repair it fully. Because if you're only gonna do a few things here and there, it's not gonna add significant value to the house, and the new buyer is simply gonna reimburse you for the money you spent, so why waste your time? Okay, if you're gonna do repairs, do significant repairs. When it comes to repairs, the things that are gonna add the most value are the kitchen. Okay, the kitchen is the heart of the home. People are gonna look at that. Another thing that's going to add value to the home is opening up the floor plan. Curb appeal, that goes a long way, that the way the house looks on the outside. You can repaint it, you can reframe it. All those things are going to add significant value to the house. Now this is very important. How do you decide what type of repairs to do to the home? So I'm actually working a deal right now. The person is doing a super custom home and they ran out of money and now they want to sell it. So the challenge is, it is worth what they're asking for, but no one's going to want it because it's specific to them. So the best way to know what repairs to do is look at the houses in the neighborhood, the ones that have been rehabbed, see what kind of style that they sold for, and make your house similar to that. Remember, you're trying to sell your house to the most buyers as possible, not specific to your taste. The things you should repair if you don't have a stylish bone in your body, and the most important things that anybody would be happy that they're repaired, is the roof, the plumbing, the foundation, and the electrical. Okay, well, those are the most major things when it comes to the home, and if you knock those out of the way, that's going to help the buyer give you a better offer. Now, the second thing you need to do, which is maybe the most important, is price your house correctly. And I'm going to tell you how to know what the price of your home is. Now, if your house is worth $200,000, what some people think is, okay, well, I'm gonna put it on the market for $250,000 so that when they negotiate, they're going to come down to $230,000. So when they negotiate, there's some wiggle room for me, right? They're gonna offer $215,000, for example, which is more than what I wanted anyway. But if I put it out for $200,000, they're gonna offer me $180,000 and I'm gonna get less than what I wanted. That is not the case. The market never lies, okay? If you price your property too high, people are gonna look at it and be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go buy another property in the area that's cheaper and similar to yours. You're gonna actually repel buyers if it's overpriced, okay? They're gonna think, well, this guy's not gonna come down. And it's gonna look bad if you have to change the price, okay? People are looking at that. The more you have to change the price, they're gonna think that you're getting desperate to sell. So what you should do is price it correctly and hold your guns, okay? Any professional buyer, anybody being represented by the realtor, they know the true value of that house, okay? And in my opinion, in my experience, most people do not lowball. There is a strategy that I've actually used before, is pricing your property below market value. So because the market never lies, if your property's worth 200 and you put it on the market for 120, people are gonna offer you over asking and more people are gonna be interested, okay? So that's a side note. But when you do put it for a lower price, say starting at 120, so they know that's where you're starting at. Now here's how to know what your house is worth. All you have to do is look at the houses within a half-a-mile radius in the last 3 to 6 months and see what they sold for. Okay, look at the repairs that were made. Look if it was sold in as-is condition. And that's how you're gonna determine what your house is worth. But you're thinking, well, Vince, how can I see other houses in my neighborhood? The easiest way is to go to Zillow. Zillow is gonna pull up houses in your neighborhood, see what they sold for, see the repairs they're made, and you can compare it to your house, okay? Now, to get a professional opinion, if you don't want to spend money on an appraiser and wait, because appraisers, for whatever reason, they always take time to do, okay? You can ask a local realtor to do what's called a certified market analysis. Most realtors, in my opinion, are gonna do this for free because they're trying to earn your business. If they're not gonna do it for free, in my opinion, they should charge you anywhere from 50 to 150 bucks depending on their experience. Most likely it's gonna be free. One thing I forgot to mention is make sure to get professional pictures. This is the first step, presentation, okay? Professional pictures are gonna be $100 to $200 in my opinion. Do not take pictures on your iPhone. Hire a professional. They know how to do the correct lighting. They know what pictures to take. They know what angles. That all makes a difference, okay? If you're hiring a realtor, that's one of the advantages of hiring a realtor, is they take professional pictures. So if you're doing it yourself, definitely take professional pictures. Now, marketing the property. Here are websites and places you can market the property. This is in no particular order. Okay, number one, you can post your property on Zillow. Number two, you can post your property on Craigslist. I would think the best place is Facebook Marketplace. You're gonna get the most messages. Another thing you could do is call local realtors and tell them your house is for sale. But again, they're gonna try to earn your business. Another thing you can do is put up for sale by owner in your yard. Another thing you can do is purchase a listing on the local newspaper. They should have an online version right now. Another good strategy is simply post it on your own Facebook page. Okay, let your friends and family know you're selling your house. Another thing you can do is type in real estate investment groups near me, join those groups on Facebook and post it on those groups. Another place you can post it is small websites like OfferUp. If you do all those things, for sure you're gonna get offers on your property. If your property doesn't sell in 2 weeks to 30 days, then it's most likely overpriced, in my opinion. Now, when you're negotiating with buyers, one thing to do so you don't get emotional is have a standard on how many offers you're gonna accept before you accept the final offers. For example, you might tell yourself, I'm gonna accept a minimum of 3 offers. Okay, and I recommend a minimum of 3 offers. Offers should be coming in around the same amount. Let's say you list your property for $200,000, you should be getting offers for $195, $197, $201. If you list your property for $200,000, and you're getting multiple offers at 150, 140, then you probably have it overpriced. Also, another critical thing that you need to do to save yourself time is list everything that a person is going to ask about the property, such as how many beds and baths, how many square feet, when's the last time stuff was updated, what's the condition of the roof, the plumbing, electrical, foundation. This is going to save you time from answering a bunch of questions over and over, okay? Because people are going to call you and say, hey, what's the condition of the roof? Hey, what's the condition of the plumbing? But if it's all there in the listing, you don't have to talk about it over and over. Another thing you can do is, because your phone will get blown up, when people see for sale by owner, especially investors, they get excited because they think they can perhaps manipulate the seller, convince the seller, persuade the seller to sell it for less. Okay, so your property will be blown up. One thing you could do is just have a voicemail with instructions on showings, instructions on the best time to reach you, or say only text please. All of these things may upset the buyers and deter them from wanting to make an offer, but it's gonna at least save you the headache of having to answer all the phone calls. And that's another benefit of hiring a realtor. Again, I'm not a realtor, I'm just trying to let you see the benefits of having a realtor. And on average, even though realtors charge a fee, they're said to get the seller more for their property on average. Okay, that's just a statistic. The most important way to beat that statistic is to know the true price of your home. Okay, you have to know the price of your home. Do not guess, do not go by your gut feeling. I call people all the time and I'm like, hey, how'd you get that price? And they're like, oh, that's just what I want. Okay, the market never lies. You have to price your property correctly, and if it's priced correctly, you can stick to your guns, especially if you're not desperate to sell. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I hope that video answered your questions on how to sell your home by yourself.